What is more important, strategy or culture? Your competitors can copy your products, they can bring in similar or even better technology, they can even copy the best possible strategy. Imagine that your organization has developed a brilliant strategy. Will that alone guarantee success? Hello, everyone. We are now in the 10th episode of the series Culture by Design, a CXO's guide to building high performing organizations. So far in this series, we have explored what culture is, how culture gets formed, the roles leaders play in shaping culture, understanding very subtle nuances of culture. Can culture be measured? If so, how? Moving forward today, let's explore a topic which gets discussed very frequently in the boardrooms, and that is the relation between strategy, planning, and culture. A question that gets asked almost always is, what is more important, strategy or culture? I think this is a wrong question. It's like asking, what is more important for good health? Is it eating well or sleeping properly? Both are needed, and therefore, strategy and culture are not competitors. They both perform different roles in an organization, and neither can one substitute for the other. In an organization's journey, though, there may be times when one of them needs more attention from the leadership. Corporate leadership teams very frequently talk of these four terms: the values, the strategy, planning, and culture. Let's just take a minute to understand what each of these signifies. Values express what leaders and the owners truly believe in. Strategy signifies the choices that the organization is prepared to make to win and to move forward. Planning translates those choices into actions. And it is culture which demonstrates how people, what choices, what actions, and behaviors people are actually going to take to implement these choices. We need to look at all four as one connected system. When they reinforce each other, organizations move forward with clarity, with speed. And if they don't, even the most talented teams struggle to deliver consistent results. A thinker who has greatly influenced me is Roger Martin. Roger makes a very important distinction which many leaders miss out at times. Roger says that planning is not strategy. Planning is largely about the actions and things that we want to do. And therefore, we have a larger control over planning. What is the product that we want to launch? Do we need a new production line? Do we need to put up a new plant? Do we need to hire more people? Do we need more investment? All of these are important and logical questions to answer. And yet, implementing each of these does not necessarily guarantee that the business is going to succeed. Strategy, on the other hand, is different because strategy focuses on the outcomes. Where are we going to compete? How are we going to differentiate? Why will the customer prefer our product over the competition? In short, how are we going to win? And all this is very difficult because none of these, the competition, the customer, the markets, the economy, is under our control. Have you seen presentations where management comes up and says that we had made the best possible plan? We even got it approved by the board. We provided all the resources to the team that were needed to implement the plan. We monitored it perfectly. We monitored it on a day-to-day basis. We ensured that everything that was put in the business plan was implemented to the T. But unfortunately, the results have not come. And it could be perhaps because the competitor may have launched a better product, our offering may not have been aligned with the customer's requirements, or at times even the economy and the business climate did not support what we wanted to do. And we can therefore see that planning is fairly simple and comfortable, but strategy makes us take choices in the face of uncertainty and in the face of certain assumptions. Now let's bring culture into the picture. Imagine that your organization has developed a brilliant strategy. Will that alone guarantee success? Of course not, because strategy does not execute itself. People do, and people do not operate in a vacuum. People operate under the umbrella of organization culture. Imagine an organization whose strategy wants people to innovate, an organization which says our strategy is to be innovative. It means that people should experiment, try out new technologies, develop new product, be faster in the market than their competitors, and yet within the organization, every failure is criticized. Decision making is long and bureaucratic with multiple layers of approvals. Here, the strategy is saying innovate, execute fast, but the culture of the organization is saying play safe, be bureaucratic. And that is what leaders need to understand. Strategy defines what things organization needs to do differently, but it's the culture which actually influences whether people are actually going to act differently. And that is why I look at organizational performance as an alignment challenge. You may have the right set of values. You might have developed a brilliant and a compelling strategy. You would have made a great plan which ensures that every aspect of strategy gets implemented. And yet, if the culture is such that the people do not support those changes or do not behave in a manner that supports the strategy, organization is doomed for failure. And there is another reason why culture can become the most significant advantage for an organization. Your competitors can copy your products, they can bring in similar or even better technology, they can even copy the best possible strategy. But what cannot be copied, what is almost impossible to be copied, is the culture of an organization where thousands of employees consistently take decisions and behave in a manner that supports the organization's strategy and values. And that is what leads to execution excellence of strategy on ground. So, the next time when you are thinking of implementing a new strategy, don't just ask the question that is this the best possible strategy, but also ask the question what are the behaviors that would be needed to implement this strategy? And does our organization culture support and encourage those behaviors? And that is how the strategies from the boardroom get translated into everyday organization behaviors. In the next episode, I'm going to discuss with you what happens when strategic ambitions are met with organizational readiness. Till then, bye bye, Jai Hind.